So welcome to Congressman LaHood's 11th Annual Congressional Art Competition here for the 16th District of Illinois. We're excited to have you guys, all the teachers, family, parents, and students here to see all the art. We have 75 pieces this year, so great to have it here at the Peoria Riverfront Museum. We're thankful for all the support that they offer and be able to have this gallery here for the month of April for students and the public to see. So to go ahead and get things started, I'm going to introduce John Morris, the President and CEO of the Riverfront Museum.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Are there any talented artists in the house? All the artists, raise your hands. Congratulations on behalf of the museum. We're very proud of you, parents, family members. Let me just ask out of curiosity, anybody here at the Peoria Riverfront Museum for the first time? Raise your hand. Good, if you're welcome, welcome. This is an extraordinary place. We're a privately funded, charitably supported nonprofit museum, the only one of its kind in the whole country. A museum of art, science, history, achievement, largest film society screen in the United States, actually dedicated to the art of film, planetarium, and performance. So all mixed together, we are on a mission to do one thing, which is to unleash the full talent and genius of every individual. It's a museum dedicated to people and unleashing your talent. And I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate good emerging talent than to have on the walls of a museum your works of art, your expressions of creativity. We're proud of you. So the museum is celebrating this year and commemorating and contemplating an anniversary of the country. 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed, broke away from Great Britain, and those famous words that are still aspirational, but some of the great aspirational words, we hold these truths to be self-evident. As broken as it may have been at the start, the aspiration was beautiful. We are created equal and given an opportunity for the pursuits that we have in our society. And so upstairs, we actually have the Declaration of Independence. We have Frederick Douglass's letters. What to the slave is the 4th of July. As we bump into the reality of the growth of our realization that if we are going to make this aspirational statement, we have Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech in the House. So in 1963, March on Washington, when King called the Declaration a promissory note to which all Americans should have access. Pretty cool. Sort of reestablishing the idea. So while we have these documents in the House, one of the things these fundamental rights give us is the ability for artists to express themselves in the way they want. There are places in the world in which you cannot write, express yourself, create in a way you want to create. And what's on these walls is you, the way you want to create, the things you want to say. So I'm sorry to go off in the flag waving speech here, but I wanted to just take a moment and say on behalf of the museum that it's pretty cool that of all the things that we're doing in this semi-quincentennial 250th year, to be celebrating your art right smack dab in the middle of this year is one of the proudest things I think we could be doing here at the museum. So for years we have been working with the Congressman's office who puts this together, Congressman Darren LaHood, who celebrates these works of art, and in partnership with him, we are proud to put them up. They come from all across the district. In fact, if you ever go to Washington, D.C. and you're coming down the tunnel, and Darren, Congressman, you may talk about this in a minute, but the winners of these contests all across the 435 congressional districts are up in the Capitol building. And this is a true story, and then I'll get to the introduction if you just allow me. Years ago, I was walking through the tunnel looking at the Congressional award-winning art, and this is like 25 years ago. That's how old I am. Old. And I kid you not, along comes a member of the U.S. Congress wearing a pin, just like Congressman LaHood has on, or an earlier version of it. And I stopped in my tracks because I recognized this member of the U.S. Congress as one of the most famous. And he stood there with me and he looked at this art. His name was John Lewis. And we talked about Peoria, and he had, of course, a friend in Peoria at that time, and how amazing that was. As some of you may know, John Lewis is one of the most famous civil rights leaders and congressional representatives, and now has passed. But I'll never forget looking at the Congressional Art awardees with John Lewis just coming along with it. So your art is seen by many, many hundreds, if not thousands of people here when it's up at the museum for this month. And those who are selected by the judges today will be seen by a lot of people just like you who make up the country. So on behalf of all of us at the museum, congratulations to you. It's a real pleasure for me to introduce the congressman from the 16th Congressional District of Illinois who grew up here, has been a friend of the museum and a friend of mine for many years, works hard for us in Washington, and very proud of the fact that you celebrate the beautiful art on the walls. Please help me welcome Congressman Darren LaHood.
Well, good morning, everybody. Great to see all of your smiling faces here. I want to welcome you to the Peoria Riverfront Museum. This is our 11th Congressional Art Competition. And for me, this is a good reprieve from politics and to focus on kids and art and innovation, and to see the wonderful talent that we have across our congressional district. And every year we go through this process of announcing our art competition across our 21 counties that we're fortunate enough to represent, and to have young people engage in this competition. And so I'm really thrilled to be here today with all of you. My wife is with me, and I got here earlier today and walked around and looked at every piece of art here today. And what it makes me realize is how much talent I don't have, but also just to see just the immense commitment and dedication that goes into these pieces of art. And I want to thank the students. I want to thank your teachers. I want to thank your families, your moms and dads, and people that have encouraged you to engage in this creativity and what you've been able to create. And it's a way through the Congressional Institute, which helps sponsor the Congressional Art Competition, to promote art across our country and what that does for education and for leadership and for cultural aspects of our society. It's such an important part of that. We're going to announce the winners here and go through a little bit of how the process works. Before I do that, I want to thank John Morris and the Peoria Riverfront Museum. For those of you that have never been here before, John alluded to this. This Peoria Riverfront Museum is really a foundation of our community. And regardless of the community you come from, we have places in our community that are gathering spots for our community to come to. And this Peoria Riverfront Museum is that for Peoria and our region, where people can come here and engage socially. You can have events here. And when you walk through here on a weekly basis, you see young kids, you see seniors, you see students, you see people from all over. And if you haven't been upstairs to look at the 250th anniversary of our country, which of course will happen this summer on July 4th, to see the exhibits up there is really remarkable. And to have those in Peoria and celebrating our country is because of the leadership of John Morris and his team. Let's give the museum a round of applause. Thank you, John. I want to just give you a little bit of the guidelines and rules for our art competition. First of all, some people think I'm the judge. We don't want me being the judge of the art competition for obvious reasons, but we have 5 judges that we select that are volunteer judges that look through all these pieces of art, and their job, and they will tell you this, is trying to narrow it down and go through the process of selecting the winners. And I'm going to read off our judges this year, just so and he's here today, Dr. Joe Corey. Joe, where are you at? Joe, thank you. Yes. Our other judges were Megan Scott, the director of the Peoria Art Guild, Rose Farrell from the Peoria Public Library, Jane Cuban from Richwoods High School, and Everly Davis from the Peoria Riverfront Museum. And so they were the ones that over this period of time did the analysis and the judging of the competition. Also, before I forget, I do want to recognize we have one of our Peoria City Councilmen here, Alex Carmona. Alex, if you'll raise your hand in the back there. Alex, thanks for what you do for the city of Peoria. Thanks for being with us. And he's an artist himself, and so I told him already I may rope him in as a judge in the future. So anyway, thank you for that, Alex. So our judges went through this process on analyzing and rating all of the pieces of art here, and whether it's photography, whether it's print art, whether it's painting, all of those pieces of art went through the process with our judges. And so, again, I want to thank them. As I mentioned earlier, so much energy and enthusiasm went into the competition, and this is one of our best groups of art that we've had, best collections of art that we've had. As John alluded to, the winner, who we'll announce here in a second, which is this piece of art up here, will be placed in the U.S. Capitol, and it'll be there for 1 year. Also, the winner will be allowed to come to Washington, D.C. with a guest to see their art displayed there. And so, even if you are not the winner and you want to come to D.C., we welcome you there to show you where all these pieces of art are displayed in the U.S. Capitol. We also will have some runners up today, an honorable mention for our young men and women. Those will be placed in our offices. We have an office here in Peoria and Blue Ridge Normal, and also our office in Washington, D.C. So we'll have a full display of that moving forward that highlights and showcases the artwork that we get from our congressional district. So with that, we will now move to our honorable mention. We'll start off announcing the winners, and we'll go from honorable mention all the way up to the first place winner. So I know Leah's going to help me here with this. Our honorable mention winners, and this will be hung in our district offices, goes to two pieces of art. First one is to Mallory Pierce, who's a sophomore at Pekin High School, and her piece was titled "The Ocean Remembers." Mallory, are you here today? Come on up, Mallory. Our next honorable mention winner, and this piece of art is straight back here, along with Mallory's also, Samantha Ayers, who's a sophomore from Metamora High School, and her piece is titled Mirage. And we want to thank her teacher, Steve Danner. So, Samantha, is she here? Okay. Steve, maybe you want to come up and get it for us. Steve, the art teacher at Metamora High School. Thanks, Steve, for what you do.
One, two, three.
Thanks. And then for this year, our second place, we had a tie. And so we have two pieces we'll be honoring for second place, and these will both be placed in our office in Washington, D.C. And the first one will go to Hallie Pfeiffer, who's a senior at East Peoria Community High School, and her piece was titled Stillness in Verdict, and I think it's on this wall right over here. I want to thank her teacher, Teresa Wise. So, Hallie, come on up.
One, two, three.
Is Teresa here? Yes. Okay. And Teresa, are you here? Oh, Teresa, come on up. Oh, yeah, there you are. Thank you, Teresa.
One, two,
And I mentioned there was a tie for second place. Our other winner of second place is Elizabeth Jones, who's a junior at Metamora High School, and her piece is titled Dunker Pier, April 2nd, 7:47 p.m. And again, her teacher was Steve Danner. Elizabeth, come on up. And her piece is displayed over on the wall here also.
1, 2, 3.
All right, we're ready for our winner. The winner here today, we should have a drum roll, but we'll save that for later. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Dr. Corey. So our winner, whose artwork will be hung in Washington, D.C. in the Canon Tunnel, goes to a sophomore from Dunlap High School, and her piece is titled Just Like Amma, and that's Namrata Dinesh. There's her piece.
One, two, three.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all of our participants, and as I mentioned, we do this every single year, and we encourage participation next year and years after that. And so for those art teachers that are in the room, for the parents that are engaged in this, again, thank you for what all of you do to help make this a success. We look forward to another event next year. Please feel free to stay here today, to go up to the museum, to look at the exhibits we mentioned. We have plenty of cookies over here too that need to be eaten. And obviously I'll be sticking around too if anybody has any questions or comments. Thank you everybody, have a great day. Should we get a picture of it? Come on, let's do it.
It's my first time trying it actually. I took a risk.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the storytelling too. I try so hard to get shows the storytelling, but
Yeah.
your book would be
That's some of that, right?
Yeah. So I
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.